Hello, welcome. I'm just waiting for some more people to get in. I'll give it about another minute and then we'll get started for today. I know you guys heard about the Wnba draft today, so that's what we're going to be talking about. And I want to hear you guys' thoughts on Sedona Prince because I saw a lot of stuff on TikTok. 1 second, I have to change the screen. Okay, I have to put my screensaver on. But yeah, I'm like, did you guys see the WNBA draft? And I've seen so many like things about Sedona Prince. Caitlin Clark taking over the league today. Why do you say that? Well, I mean, she was the first round pick, right? Like this year, period. Absolutely. What did you guys think of the WNBA draft though? I'm not like super into the like basketball in general, but I saw a lot of stuff about how Sedona didn't get drafted because of the allegations and everything like that. And so I had to hop on live and see what your guys' opinion was of that. And also that WNBA draft in like overall, because I kept seeing things about Haley Van Lith, if I'm saying her name correctly. I saw like things about her and how she got drafted and she deserved to get drafted, which she did. Again, I don't keep up with basketball a lot, but I was just like, the draft was just so crazy. I had to hop on here and see what your guys' opinions are. WNBA, I know. I want to see what people's opinions are of the draft. Did your like favorite players get drafted or not? I know there's this girl named Jada Curry, and she didn't get drafted, but she used to go to Cal, and then she transferred to Louisville. But people were saying that they were surprised that she didn't make the draft. Caitlin Clark, is she actually like a really good player, or was it like her social media presence and the fact that she was a good player make her the first round pick? I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, I just like, I'm seeing it all over my For You page. So what are your guys' opinions on the WNBA draft? And then there's another girl who people said that also should have been picked. It was like 5 players that didn't get picked. But also, I've seen so much Sedona. I don't know, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, Sedona, hate on my For You page and everyone being like super relieved that she didn't get drafted. I don't know, because of the multiple allegations. I don't know if it's because she's not a good player or because of the multiple allegations, but being 6'7" as a woman and not getting drafted is actually kind of crazy. And being in college for 7 years. But like, I don't really care. I don't like follow basketball like that, but I think that's insane. Caitlin Clark was the first overall pick last year, and she's the truth. Anyone hating her is okay. That's an opinion. No, I mean, yeah, I don't have like, again, I don't follow basketball that closely, which is why I got on live to see what your guys' like opinions and thoughts were. I've kind of formed my own opinions, but I don't know. Everybody's like hating on Sedona, and I don't know if her allegations are like true or not. But the way my TikTok For You page is set up makes her seem like it's good that she didn't get drafted. But I don't know. I haven't done my own research, nor have I formed my own opinion. So is Caitlin Clark not the first overall pick last year? Because I swear, like, I saw her giving a speech. Okay. Yes, I have a track meet coming up in Los Angeles this weekend, so wish me luck. Thank you, Tommy from Slovakia. How far is it from Slovakia to the US? Yes, I do run track. I'm doing well. I had a super busy day. I knocked out, it's taken me like a long time, like a week or so, to knock out 17 out of 20 pages for my essay, so I'm almost there. It's been a super long time, but yes, absolutely, it's super duper important to stretch and drink water before and after practice. Before, when I didn't used to stretch after practice and I would just take off, I'd feel lactic acid so badly after practice. And yeah, so stretching, make sure you stretch and everything like that. But for those of you who are just joining in, please feel free to comment down below your opinion on the WNBA draft. I'm not getting enough opinions, so don't be shy. Feel free to comment down below what you thought of it. Feel free to comment down below what you thought of Sedona Prince not being drafted. I know I run track, so the WNBA or like basketball in general isn't really my thing, which is why I just wanted to see what you guys were thinking, but people aren't commenting their opinion. Well, some people. Yes, lactic acid hits so bad, and then it's like you can't run. I can barely walk. Like there were points during the season, like when training got super intense and everything like that, where I wouldn't stretch after practice, and I literally could barely walk the next day. And I remember one day, I literally could not stand up. My body was stuck in place and I couldn't stand up after. I woke up and I had to my coach is not okay with this missing practice, but I couldn't walk nor could I stand up. And my mother had to it was terrible. So please stretch and don't end up like me where you can't get out of bed the next day. Falling down is an accident, but staying down is a choice. That's a really good quote. Where did you get that from? Miss, it's Caitlin Clark. AC469, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Yes, I'm not sure. But eat salty foods as well as electrolytes. Yes, that is very true. I ran out of this and I meant to go to the store today and get it, but I'm not going to. I'll probably order it off Amazon and hope it comes tomorrow because I literally have a track meet this weekend and I don't feel like going. I don't know. Do you guys think I should go to the store tomorrow or should I just order it off Amazon? I think I might have to make a trip to the store. Yes, I'm having a great night. Good. Okay. Yes, it's a great night. We're talking about the WNBA draft, even though that's not really my thing. I'm a track athlete. Gatorade. Yeah, I just make watered down Gatorade for my water because I lack electrolytes, so I buy big things of Gatorade. I should have bought 2 of those, but I only bought 1 because I didn't know. I didn't know I should have bought more. Yeah, so what do you guys think? What's your opinion on the WNBA draft? I thought it was super interesting. I do need to call my dad and see what his opinion is on it because he follows basketball more closely than I do. I follow my own school's basketball, but that's about it. What events do you compete in? What events do you think I compete in? What event do I give? Yeah. Yes, this is a Kit Kat. I also got Chipotle for dinner tonight because I didn't buy enough turkey meat. Javelin. I don't do javelin. What is your guys' favorite WNBA or NBA player? And don't comment down below LeBron James because those of you who are on their knees for LeBron James, it's so bad. People were literally on, literally people I know who don't know this man were posting, happy birthday to LeBron James. That is so embarrassing. The topic for tonight is the WNBA draft. I am a track athlete, so I don't follow basketball that closely other than my own school. But just opinions of the WNBA draft. I saw so much about Sedona Prince not being drafted and how happy people were about that. So I just wanted to get on live and see what your guys' opinion of was it. And if you're on your knees for LeBron James, I don't know what to tell you. That's kind of embarrassing, but that's... If you want to be on your knees, that is not my problem or anybody else's. So you do you, I guess. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Yao Ming, no doubt. How tall is he? I forget how tall he is. Can somebody comment down below how tall he is? Jordan and Kobe, period. LeBron, what? Caitlin Clark is insane. She always has a great attitude. He's not 7'6". Stop lying. Is he actually 7'6"? Caitlin Clark, I know, I really like her. Again, I don't follow basketball that closely, but I've never heard anybody like say anything bad about her. And who? Oh, Paige Buchers. Was she the #1 overall pick? This draft. 7'2". Larry Bird. Oh, that's a good answer. My dad told me about him when we were like, and he like replayed this like old basketball clip of like Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, during that period where their shorts were short and the screen was like, I don't know if it was black and white, but the picture quality was definitely not what it is today. So that was interesting. 7'2". Who, the tallest human being ever was almost 9 feet tall, I believe. Okay. But yes, what was your guys' opinion of the WNBA draft? I don't watch basketball, but all the sports media I see, she always has a great attitude and is great in the game. Caitlin Clark, I definitely agree. I mean, like, and I'm in the same boat as you. I don't follow basketball that closely, but I've heard nothing but good things about her. Paige Buchers. Okay, so would you guys choose Paige Buchers or Caitlin Clark? Someone said Caitlin Clark, and when someone said Paige. Paige all the way. I'm going to make a poll for you guys. Oh, shoot, that's not right. Wait. Okay, I'm going to do Caitlin Clark and Paige Buchers, and you guys do, like, complete the poll, because I cannot keep up with all of the responses. Also, guys, I wonder what they eat in a day. Should I do a video and like try to find out what each of them eat in a day and then like copy the what they eat in a day? Are you good at track? What do you do? What do you think I do? There's an argument to be made that Caitlin Clark made the WNBA relevant. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that? That's really interesting. Caitlin Clark made the WNBA relevant. I kind of agree with that, honestly. I never started like paying attention to the well, I'd never paid attention, honestly. But I started to like notice it and find it like she's kind of like the reason to watch it. So that's really interesting. What do you guys think? I'm gonna pin that comment. There, that is a really good point. You guys feel free to wait, where is the pinned comment? Excellent. Whatever. Buchers changed the NBA. All those stones they were throwing built Caitlin Clark's name and made her higher. Right, there's nothing wrong with rebounds. 400 or 800, absolutely not. No 800 and no 400 either. So what do you guys think? Let's see what the poll says. So far, okay, I'm not surprised. So far, Caitlin Clark is winning over Paige Buchers for who's better. What do you do in track? Guess. Great. I don't know why the poll won't go down. That's so annoying. What are you guys pole vaulting? I do not pole vault. Pole vault is one of the events that I absolutely would not do under any circumstance. Oh, Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark. All right, we can do that one. We will do that one, guys. I'm gonna start a new poll on Asia. Wait, what's her last name again? Where is her last name? Asia Wilson. That's what I thought. Okay. Let's see. Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark. Okay, there we go. Okay, I started a poll for you guys. So comment that. How tall are you? How tall do you think I am? And I started that poll, so put your votes in real quick. Hurdles. All props to hurdlers. I could never be a hurdler. Because imagine going over hurdles in the rain. I think that's like so insane. Like just sprinting full speed at a hurdle. And then like, I mean, period, like in good weather. But then imagine doing that in the rain. I think that is so insane. You're 5'8". Nope, I'm not 5'8". I am not 5'8". Let's see what the poll. Kelsey Plum made me start watching the NBA. I mean WNBA. I'm gonna look up who that is. Oh, Caitlin Clark is winning. Caitlin Clark won both polls, or is winning both polls. Who are you saying is 6'3"? Oh, this is Kelsey Plum. This is her. Isn't it? I just looked her up. I'm not 6'3", but if you want me to be 6'3", you can believe I'm 6'3". Paige or Caitlin Clark? I made a poll for that before this one, and everybody said Caitlin Clark. Clark leads the NCAA in assists and reads defenses like a pro. She's scoring and passing threat every possession. Rickea Jackson was cold for a rookie last year. Who is that? Let me look it up. Do you guys know how much WNBA tickets go for? Paige is a threat on the court. So, was Paige the #1 pick this year? Or who was it? Yeah. Was it not Paige Bueckers? Oh, did Rickea Jackson play for Tennessee? Or does she play for Tennessee? This is Rickea Jackson. The tickets depend on the team. That's true. That's very true. But this is her, right? Yeah. I feel like I have heard of her before. I don't know. Okay, so for the poll, Caitlin Clark is winning by a lot. I went to the Sky Fever game and tickets were so expensive. How much were they? How much were they? And what do you guys think, now that there's some more people, what do you guys think of Sedona Prince not being drafted? Like 200? Okay, let's see. Caitlin can shoot, drive, dish, run in transition. She creates for herself and others anywhere on the floor. Asia's game is elite. Is it AJ? Asia's game is elite, but more traditional, mostly mid-range post-ups and boards. That's a really good argument. Go to ESPN, then go to the WNBA tab, then the team. Yeah, I know. You could look up how much the tickets are for each team. I was just kind of wanted a general idea of how much they are versus NBA tickets. I don't even know how much NBA tickets are. Like I don't know. Like if you take a team for example, I'm just gonna say somebody comment down below an NBA team. I'm gonna say how about like the Miami Heat for example? What the Bulls. Okay, the Chicago Bulls. How much Lakers? Dang. No, we're gonna go with the Chicago Bulls. How much do you guys think a okay, guess. I'm gonna look it up and guess. How much do you think a ticket to an NBA game to watch the Chicago Bulls cost? Like for their next game. Because I know you have to get the tickets far in advance too. $1.6. It's not 1.6 mil. You're lying for courtside. 2,000. Okay, now you're playing. 130 is your guess. Oh, that was your guess. 1.6 mil. Isn't it like $100,000 or more? Did you play basketball? I currently run track. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm trying to find the exact. It was the Chicago Bulls. Period. Okay. Did you play basketball? I played basketball when I was young. I wasn't great at. I mean, I was okay, but it wasn't my thing. So, I used to, but I run track at Cal, so basketball was not for me. All right, guys. Wait, these are way cheaper than I thought. Did the Chicago Bulls like suck this season or something? Okay, we're gonna end the poll. Thanks for your votes. Caitlin Clark is a great player. No matter where you sit, it's still a great view. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Let's see. Clark changed the game. Oh, did I read that? No, I didn't. Clark changed the game's popularity. The NCAA women's ratings went crazy because of her. She's drawing millions of new fans and putting women's basketball in living rooms they never watched before. I really like how you worded that last part. That's interesting. That's a really good point. Thanks for sharing. Your guess is 130, 2,500 just for parking, 400, 1.6 million for courtside. These tickets don't seem right at all for an NBA game. I just looked up, also I like low-key thought their season was over for some reason. Like I thought the NBA season was over, is it not? 400. I have not had Cali's. No, I haven't. What is that? Bay Area. My favorite place to eat on campus. No, what is that? I've never heard of it. Okay. Do you feel that the WNBA will ever be profitable? I'm gonna pin that. Have you ever heard kimchi? Or have you ever had kimchi? It's on Telegraph. I don't think I've been there now. Next to the, okay, I don't know. No, I don't think I've been there. Do you guys feel like the NBA will ever be profitable? Also, what are your guys' final guess for Chicago Bulls tickets? And do they suck right now? Because the prices are lower than I thought. But to answer your question, I do think that WNBA will become profitable. Profitable. Yeah. I think it will be profitable because for when I think they're adding like 4 more teams. I read like a short article about it. They're adding 4 more teams to expand the WNBA and viewership and everything like that. They're growing, and I can't say this for an absolute certainty because no, I can. Because the article I read also said that the WNBA is growing in popularity, especially with social media, and we have stars like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Aja Wilson, Flage. I forget her last name. I think it's Wilson. I think it's certainly gonna grow. Become profitable. What do you guys think? Do you think the WNBA will ever become profitable at any point? Sorry. I don't really have an opinion on Angel Reese. I don't know. I don't like follow basketball close enough to like form an opinion on her. But what team does she play for? And what do you guys actually know? I'd rather hear about whether or not you guys think that WNBA will become profitable or not. That's more interesting. Have you heard of Cheryl Miller? No, I haven't. I have not. It will. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? Do you think Juju? Wait, who was the who? I don't know if she's a collegiate player or a WNBA player. Juju, what's her last name? I know she was like really popular, and then she like got like injured, like she tore something, or the injury was like really bad. I'm sure if it's growing, it will become profitable. How profitable is the question? You can't compare it to the NBA. That's interesting. And I agree. I agree with that one. I think USC Watkins, Juju Watkins. Okay, yeah. I saw that she was like a really good player, and she suffered from like a really severe injury recently. Truth is strange. That's an interesting point. That's a really interesting point. I'm kind of trying to think about that. I think because it's growing, at one point it has to become profitable, especially because they're expanding. That'll drive them further into debt, but I think eventually after they recover from whatever they spent, like creating 4 new teams, they'll become more profitable if the WNBA continues to grow. Also, with the help of social media and making like women college players like super popular, like celebrities, I think that's like boosted its growth like a lot. Like just today, I was writing a research paper, and part of the research paper is to compare Nike and this other brand. It's Allison Felix's brand, Sage. It's a shoe brand. I was comparing the two, and I went on Nike's website, and I saw that the headline was Paige Bucher's something, like Paige Bucher's wears this shoe, or it was something like that. It had her name, and I was so surprised. And small like Nike, a brand like a huge brand, huge corporation, Nike, having a now WNBA player on the front of their website is huge in driving ticket sales and attention to the WNBA. So I do think that while I think a lot of Nike's practices are very unethical, I do think that is super cool, because the reality is it's going to drive viewership to the WNBA. So I think that's pretty cool. So like I think to answer your question, truth is strange. If it's growing, will it become profitable? I think it'll absolutely become profitable, especially like with everything I just listed. I definitely think it'll become profitable. Now, as far as comparing it to the NBA, I think that I do agree. I think that we're like far away from that, unfortunately. Mm, Sorry, guys, I'm super behind. How are you doing that on that 200 pages paper? It's 20 pages. It's 20 pages. Juju Watkins. Yeah, what are your guys' opinion on Juju Watkins? She's a college player at USC. What year is she? Um, yeah, the WNBA will become more, I think, relevant. Because players like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Paige Buchers, and others bring crazy fan bases from college into the league. I couldn't have said it better myself. I completely agree with that. Shaq wants them to lower the rim so they can dunk. Is that actually true? Hello to Kansas City. Is that actually true? Shaq wants to lower the rims? Because isn't he like 7 feet tall and like really big? The basketball is smaller too. Does he want to lower it just for women? Because I think that instead of lowering the basket for women, they should definitely raise the basket for men, because you have like men like in the NBA who are like 7 feet tall, 6'10", 6'11", and they basically just set the ball in the basket. So I think they should definitely. Oh, for women only? No, I disagree. I disagree with that personally. I don't know what you guys think, but I think they should raise it for men, because you don't need 7 foot players. It's not fun or interesting to watch them just set the ball in the basket without having to jump or any, like barely like get on their toes. Yeah, and just reach up and put it in the ball. Do I play basketball? I do not play basketball. I run track. But I used to play basketball, and now like people are saying like with the WNBA draft, I just wanted to get on here and see what your guys' opinions are on it. I was just curious. Juju Watkins is the future of women's basketball. She got the perfect mix of confidence, scoring ability, and swagger to be a superstar at every level. Um, yeah, okay, thanks for that summary. I appreciate that. And that's really cool. um, I haven't like seen, like I saw one video about her, so I don't really know much about her other than that she's a really good player. I didn't even know if she was in college or in the WNBA, but someone said she did go to USC and she's a really good college player. And I think is she big on like TikTok, on social media? Like, does she have a large following? Why did you stop playing basketball? What happened? Well, one, I absolutely hate contact sports. I'll just get mad. I've been like ejected from games before and things like that. Two, I just played rec basketball up until 8th grade. So I didn't play basketball like that. I just played rec basketball. I think ages like 5 through like, I don't know, 12. I think I graduated middle school when I was 12. 5 through 12 was when I played rec basketball. And I just didn't really like it that much. I hate contact sports. I was okay. For rec basketball, I was fine. I was not bad at all. But I was so good at track. I was so fast when I was young. Like like I was like ranked in the nation when I was young, like 6th in the country. So track was like ultimately what I poured all my time and energy in to. Unfortunately, college track hasn't like gone like how I wanted it to, but it got me to college. It got me to college and through college. I'll just say that. So yeah, it wasn't really anything that made me stop. I just didn't like it. Volleyball is such a fun sport. I really wish I played volleyball. My mom is not tall at all. But she literally used to play volleyball. And I'm like, I low key, like, I really wish I would have, like, tried, no, actually, scratch that. I hate, I just said I hate contact sports, and I'm not diving on the ground for a ball. So no, my parents were right not to. They knew not to put me in volleyball. I also played soccer for a while. So yeah, you played volleyball for 5 years. How was it? Did you play like in middle school, high school, rec? Where did you play volleyball, or did you play in college? Volleyball is such a fun sport. I know, but I'm not diving on the ground to get a ball. What's the most overrated sport? I'm pinning that comment. What is the most overrated sport in your guys' opinion? What's the most overrated sport? Okay, I don't know if most people consider golf a sport or not, but I'm just gonna say this right now: golf is not a sport. If it doesn't require any athleticism, it's not a sport. So I would say golf. Oops. What's the most overrated? Golf? Yeah, see? Okay, good. I'm glad you guys agree with me. Because golf isn't a sport. It requires zero athleticism. Is soccer or football? Soccer, like American soccer, or like international football. Most overrated. Well, that's the same. Oh, I see. You're just clarifying. No, soccer is definitely a sport. It's a really popular sport. I do not think it's overrated. Your nephew was just recruited to the Kansas Jayhawks. Honestly, I don't know what that is. Is that what kind of sport are the Kansas Jayhawks? You also did club volleyball during the off season. Sorry, what level did you say you were? I'm going back to look. Oh, you played through 6th through 10th, but you had to stop due to personal health issues. Oh, okay, I see. Tennis? How is tennis overrated? Tennis is a very legit sport, and it's a non-contact sport. If I didn't run track, I would definitely do swimming or tennis. Because also, if you get really good at tennis, tennis players make a lot of money in those tournaments. And my dad was like kind of trying to get me to go with tennis. I mean, he wanted me to do whatever I wanted to do, but he did also like teach us like tennis, and I played that a lot growing up. Track and get out. I think track is one of the hardest sports, the hardest sport, along with gymnastics. Golf is really boring, and it requires no athleticism. It's slow and lacks action. Most sports are about energy, speed, and intensity. Golf, you hit a ball, walk, wait, repeat. It takes 4 to 5 hours to play, and nothing really happens that would get you up. Perfect explanation of why golf isn't a sport. Somebody argue with that, or try to argue with it. Volleyball is so fun, though. I know volleyball looks like a lot of fun. I also like how it's an indoor sport, so you don't have to go outside, especially because weather isn't a factor for indoor sports. That applies to all indoor sports, of course, but with track, sometimes we have to sprint out of starting blocks in the rain, so that's not pleasant. But yeah, the weather's been good this year, so that's okay. You can never do track. Addison, why not? You hate running. Tell us the funniest moment you had in track. That is a good question. I don't know what I've done that's been funny in track. I don't know. I feel like I've had my fair share of tripping and falling and dropping the baton. I don't know. I've done everything. Soccer is the hardest sport to be pro at. That I think that's very fair, because you have to make your national team or really elite club teams. I think that's fair. Basketball, with basketball, you have to get drafted to the NBA. Track, you just have to be fast. Like, numbers don't lie. Track is not subjective. It's not like, oh, he's a better track player, she's a better track player. It's not any such thing as players. Numbers don't lie. We sprint, we run, we jump, we throw, and numbers don't lie. That's a good thing about track. Like, there is no official out there judging, unless it's like to disqualify someone for running on the line, false starting, etc. But you can't judge somebody's time and say, oh, well, they're this good, they ran this time. It doesn't work like that. Biathlon, what does the biathlon consist of? I know the triathlon consists of running, swimming, and biking. Have you ever, okay. Did you guys see that video of that girl who hit the other girl in the head with the baton in that relay race? That was an indoor track meet. Did anybody see that? Let me throw this away. What's the most overrated sport? Skiing and shooting. It's kind of weird. Yeah, heavy on shooting. I think skiing is a sport. Skiing definitely requires a level of athleticism and a certain mindset, because you're like flying down a hill on ice. I don't know if they go as fast as they can, but that definitely requires a certain level of athleticism. But shooting, I don't know why shooting is in the Olympics, and I don't know why breakdancing is in the Olympics. I think that's kind of crazy. Oh, I've never heard of a biathlon that has skiing and shooting. And Gino and Joseph, did you go like as fast as you could down the hill? Anything Red Bull hosts is most, oh, I like that. Anything Red Bull hosts is most definitely a sport. I agree with that. Yeah. Every time you see Red Bull, it's a serious sport. Have you ever seen an Ironman event? Do you guys know the exact distances of each event? Because isn't that also like a triathlon? Like keep wanting to say jumping, running, swimming, and biking, or cycling. Aren't those the 3 parts in an Ironman? And does anybody know the exact distances? Yes, I run track. Used to do dangerous stuff as a kid. What did you do as a kid? What's one piece of advice you wish you knew earlier in life? That's a really good question. I'm going to pin that comment. You guys, feel free to comment down below what's one piece of advice that you wish you knew earlier in life. For me personally, I wish, like, there's this quote that's, like, been, like, stuck in my head for, like, I'd say a few months now, and it's do it scared. I get so nervous for track meets, and I'm like, I can't do this. But someone said to me, like, just do it scared. Like, you're gonna be scared, but you have to do it anyways. And for some reason, excuse me, for some reason for me, that really stuck. So it's like, if you're ever like, I know it's kind of cliche, but for me, it clicked in my mind. If you're ever like afraid to do something, you don't want to reach out to someone, you don't want to text someone, unless it's your ex. I'm not talking about being toxic, but like, you're too afraid to ask for what you want, you're too afraid to do X sporting event, you're afraid of an interview, you're afraid of this or that, that could help you accomplish a certain goal in life, or whatever it is. I wish I knew earlier in life to do it scared, because I've been running since I was 8, and I get the same, like, the anxiety and nerves and jitters so badly. But recently somebody told me, well, you just have to do it scared. And I was like, okay, like, it's okay to be scared, but I'm still going to do it anyways. And for some reason in my mind, that clicked really well. I don't know about other people, because everyone's different, but I wish that someone had said those exact words to me, like, when I was 8 years old, when I literally started track. That's a good question. Does anybody else want to answer that? You said don't go into the hood. Bye. Did you ever run track in Europe? No. I went into the woods with bears in it. I went down hills on bikes. I dug worms out the ground and filled them for a bucket. I feel like you're similar to my dad. You have bed anxiety too. Yeah, and it's just like I just like do it scared. Like you're gonna be nervous, your hands might be shaking, your heart might be beating out your chest, but you still have to do what it is you need to do in order to accomplish X goal. And so it's just that's it. That's all I have to say. Oh, my coach sent out a message. So yeah, what's the best piece of advice that you guys have ever received that you wish you knew earlier in life? Because I just shared mine. So what do you got? I wish the relationship I have with God now I had back then. That's a good one. I feel like a lot of people would agree with that. Somebody commented that down below in one of my previous lives as well. It is a really good question. That is a really good question. What's one piece of advice you wish you knew earlier? And for those of you who are just coming in the live, feel free to answer the question that this live was originally about, the Wnba. Thoughts on Sedona Prince, thoughts on Caitlin Clark, and Paige Buchers. But yes, one piece of advice that you wish you knew earlier in life. That you surrendered yourself to the Lord already. My coach just sent out a message. Oh, man. I thought we didn't. I thought he was we have practice every single day, no exceptions, but except Sunday. But I thought that my coach said we didn't have practice. So I'm like, all right, period. And then because we have a huge meet coming up that I better not, I'm not going to blow it. I'm going to do well. I need to work on my arms and I'm going to do super well. And it's a huge meet in Los Angeles. So I thought he was giving us rest so we can be extra springy and fresh for the meet. But then he sends out a message talking about we have an alternate workout. I knew we didn't have tomorrow off. I was just hopeful. Best advice I ever received was loving about sticking around through the good times. It's seeing a person for their bad and fighting through with them. That's a really good one. Have you ever applied that in any real life situation before? Or are you holding that on for when the time comes that you need to realize that if you care about this person and they care about you, you're going to stick with them through the good and bad. Have you experienced a situation like that? Or are you holding that in your heart and your head when the time comes? Optimization is good but not required for participation. Don't try to be perfect, just start. You guys have gotten some really good advice in life. That's a really good one. It's a really good one. I like that. Because I feel like that kind of reminds me of the quote, comparison is the thief of joy. Is that how it goes? I feel like it reminds me of that quote because it's people are like, oh, I can't start. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to look stupid. But it's it's okay if you're doing something for the first time or you're new at it. Or even if you're not, just go for it, go out, do it. And you'll get better and better at whatever it is you're doing. But yes, you don't need to be perfect or you're not going to be perfect at something that you're just starting for the first time. What's the most surprising thing you've learned from your own experiences? That's a good one. I'm going to plan that too. What is the most surprising thing you've learned from your own experiences? I know this is kind of simple and kind of cliche, again, but I mean, these things really work for me. Do it scared. The best thing I've ever learned. Wait, I lost it. The most surprising thing I've ever learned. I would have to think about that one for a second. The most surprising thing I've ever learned that I can think of, at least right now, is that I can accomplish something even when I'm nervous, because when I get like nervous or anxious, my hands start shaking. I just start freaking out. But I've told myself, do it scared, and I've like accomplished something, like specifically in track. I cannot believe that I'm able to sprint, given that I feel that way before the race. That I've proved to myself that I can do it. So I think that's my initial thought, but I would like to think about that one, and maybe we can talk about that in another live. Maybe I'll make that the topic of my next live, because that's a really good one. But does anybody else want to comment down below what the most surprising thing they've ever learned out of a situation? J Mills, I got a new dishwasher, so I will not be hand washing dishes anymore. Pin comment. What's the most surprising thing you've ever learned from your own experiences? Gina and Joseph, how old are you? Seems like you've lived a lot of life. I learned to not do anything illegal after I done it twice, because 3 strikes, you're out. That's the advice I learned, so I won't make some mistakes again. I don't know if you're talking about are you talking about like getting in legal trouble? Because okay, actually, I'm gonna pause and say that. Cooper, that is not a good question. Cooking, that's what you meant. Gina and Joseph, what are you talking about? The most surprising thing I've learned is that growth happens when you step outside your comfort zone. The risk always leads to the most rewarding experiences. How old are you? How old are you? Because for those of you who are just entering the live, what's the most surprising thing that you've learned from your own experiences? That's a really good one. A little encouragement goes a long way. That's really cool. Someone just said, stepping out of your comfort zone, risks lead to the most rewarding experiences. I absolutely love that. How old are you? Joseph and Gina. No, I'm asking how old Gloop Danderflap is. That's kind of a weird name, but you're not 11. I didn't ask all of you to comment down below your ages. I just asked that one person, because of the comments you're leaving sound very sophisticated. You sound a little bit older. Not like super old, but no, you're not 11. I just don't believe you. What is your guys' Chipotle order? Comment, instead of your age, which I don't really care about, comment down below your Chipotle order. Don't be afraid of failure. You can either learn from it and succeed, or keep failing. You were not born in 2014. I refuse to believe that anybody was born after like 2007. I feel like people who were born after 2007 just aren't real. There isn't a Chipotle where I live. How is there not a Chipotle where you live? Where do you live to where there's no Chipotle? Are you like outside of the US? I didn't ask you. I asked the person who's who pinned comment, the user who has the pinned comment right now. Instead of commenting your age, you can comment down below your Chipotle order. Because someone asked me what my Chipotle order is, so I'd rather know what your guys' Chipotle order is instead. You had to drive an hour to get Chipotle? Where do you live? Because that would make sense if you lived in the middle of nowhere, or if you lived in Los Angeles and it takes an hour to get anywhere, to get like 2 miles. You're in Spain. I don't like Chick-fil-A. I don't like what they stand for either. I don't think I'll ever eat Chick-fil-A again. Okay, you're not 11 years old and coming up with these comments. I mean, maybe you are actually. 11 just seems so young to me, but 11, if you're 11, what grade are you in? When I was 11, I was in 7th grade. Why don't I like Chick-fil-A? One, I got food poisoning the last time I ate it too. Like many other huge corporations, their CEO is homophobic. And so that's actually the number one reason. Number two reason is that it gave me food poisoning last time I ate it. Number three, I'm not a huge fan of chicken. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go and why? Where would you guys go if you could travel anywhere in the world right now? I keep seeing Switzerland pop up on my For You page. I don't know if these videos or images are real, but it looks like it's so surreal. The scenery in Switzerland, but that's just on TikTok, so I don't even know if it's real or true or what. But I'm honestly, I don't want to say anything like basic. I know this is still kind of like common, but for some reason I want to go to Belgium. But before that, I want to go to a Spanish-speaking country. Brazil, Australia, the Philippines. Why that combo? That's an interesting combo. It's not, I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to go to France, Paris, France. I just said Spain because I really do want to go to Spain. But I like these interesting answers. I would travel to Puerto Rico. I think I've been to Puerto Rico before. I already got my passport. Going to Nigeria this year. Manifesting traveling. Are you actually going to Nigeria? When? Are you going over summer? Why Jerusalem? I want to go to Bangladesh, Bangkok too. Why? Why do you guys want to? Oh, you want to go to the Northern Lights? You've been to Barcelona, Spain. How is it? Explain. Paragraphs, whatever. Bullets. How is it? It's awesome. That's not good enough. I need more. You're from Germany. What's it like in Germany? And what's the black population in Germany, most importantly? I know it's super low. What's your favorite place that you've been to? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I've been to several places in Mexico. I don't know. honestly. And I've been to a third country when I was really young, I think. I'd have to ask my parents where we went. I'm not sure. I haven't been old enough to experience a place and be like, oh my god, that's so cool. And the places in Mexico I went were like super duper cool, but I wouldn't say it was like so incredible. But experiencing the culture was really cool. I've also been to Jamaica. Jamaica was okay. Spain has amazing culture, food, and beautiful sights, from beaches to historic places, cities. It's a must visit. That is the review I was looking for. I do have a passport. That is that's the review I was looking for. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do my own research and everything like that and look it up, but I do fully intend on visiting Spain. Have you ever lived in Texas or been? I have been to Texas a few times, yes. Two out of three, I think I went, or no, maybe twice. One time I went to Texas, it was hot, muggy, and sticky. It was like right in the middle of summer. Oh, I've been to Texas 3 times. All 3 times were for a track meet. It's so safe here at night. You can walk around with your children. It is very laid back and relaxed. Families are much tighter and people are generally much happier. TCOB official, what country are you talking about again? Can you comment down below what country you're talking about? Because safety is my #1 priority. I'd never ever put anything above safety. Not, oh, it's so cool, but it's not as safe. Under absolutely no circumstances would I do that. Jerusalem, because it is where Jesus was brought occasionally as a child, preached to the poor in his adult life, crucified at the end of his life, and resurrected by God. That's a good one. Barcelona. Spain. Oh, you're talking about Spain. Oh, okay. Okay. If you want to be safe, don't go to England. What's going on in England? What do they have going on? Christmas is an amazing day is amazing to be born on. Okay. You were born near Halloween. Paris is overhyped. What is a skill you've always wanted to learn but haven't yet? Speaking multiple languages. I used to speak Spanish at a basic level. Because my dad taught me, and I through Rosetta Stone. But I went to high school, and they, instead of using their immersion method and having them speak only Spanish to us, all we did was translate, and that is quite literally the worst way to learn a language. So I did not learn Spanish very well in high school. However, I did pass the AP test, so. Watch Spanish weather and news. I know a good way to like learn another language is to like immerse yourself in it. That's why I want to go visit a Spanish speaking country, and like watching movies, listening to songs, TV shows, all of the above. I'm learning French right now. I'm listening to mostly French news and watching French stuff. That's the best way to do it. Also, changing the settings on your phone to the language you're trying to learn. England, London, knife capital of the world, multicultural. Surprisingly, food is amazing. That's a good recommendation. I learned Spanish after. Okay. I wonder how helpful AI would be in teaching someone a new language. Cancun and Cabo San Lucas was nice too. I've been to Cancun. I didn't like it. Dang. What's something you've done that completely shifted your perspective on life? Now I feel like you're like looking these comments up. But that's okay, they're good questions. I'm not small nor petite. I'm like 5'9", 5'10". By absolutely no means am I petite. AI is great. You can tell it to have conversations with you. That was my initial thought. I feel like you can like sit there and ask ChatGPT, like, hey chat, you know what? I'm about to do it right now. And I'll show you guys what it says. I'm gonna say, hey chat, talk to me in Spanish. Here we go. I don't want to butcher the pronunciation. It's so embarrassing. I think you have to like learn a language before the age of 10 to have the proper accent, which is why my dad kept trying to get me to speak Spanish. I wish I would have like listened closer, but I didn't. So see, I don't want to butcher the pronunciation. ¿Cómo estás? Claro que sí, ¿cómo estás? ¿Quieres? Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I don't want to butcher the pronunciation. But what should I ask it? It said, how are you? What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the NBA, food, or something different? I believe that's close to what it said. What do you guys want me to ask chat? What to talk about in Spanish? But the thing is, I need to not translate. Translation is literally terrible. Tell it to keep convo on a topic. What topic should I ask chat to talk about? The NBA finals. Are the NBA finals going on right now? Or should I ask it to talk about the topic of this live, which we were talking about earlier? Should I ask it to talk about the WNBA draft? I think I'm gonna do that. I'm not talking about Christopher Columbus. Or I'm not gonna ask chat about that. The benefits of fasting, I don't think, I talked about that in one of my first lives. I said I don't think anybody should fast. It's not sustainable. And athletes will literally like pass out or kill yourself trying to fast. So, yeah. Oh, ask chat the benefits of fasting and ask why nurses aren't allowed. Food is always so fascinating and relatable. Okay, thank you. That's actually a good one. Okay, we'll ask about it. We'll ask it, best foods, but I have to write it in Spanish. There we go. Oh, and it corrects your grammar too. Which mine is wrong, but it's alright. Oh my god, it's giving me answers. I mean, obviously it's giving me answers. What is your channel about? Healthy food, healthy eating, and sports, but mostly healthy food, healthy lifestyle, nutrition. If you're not sure what my channel is about, or if you're interested, you can go and look and see what I do. I keep meaning to post a part 2 of what I ate in a day as a student athlete and a pasta video. However, like I've said, I have a 20-page paper due, so I graduate super duper soon. So once I graduate and it's summertime, I'm just gonna keep pushing content out. So much content, you guys are gonna get tired of me. Whoa, I did not mean to turn that on. There we go. I can go days without eating. Well, I'm sure you do eat something. Ask it what places it recommends for vacation. Can somebody comment down below? Comment that down below in Spanish. Oh my god, I forgot so much Spanish. I used to be able to like write essays and like everything. Okay, and don't troll. I feel like some of you guys are gonna like write something inappropriate in Spanish. So never mind, actually. Okay, guys, I do have to go. I'm tired. Hey, how was your day today? And it starts Sunday, Lakers in 5. No, I'm not gonna eat the whole burrito. Like, now why would I do that? Good night, guys. I'm tired, so I'm going to go get ready for bed. But, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.